What's up, everyone? I'm back with another video. Today, I'm analyzing Daniel Jeremiah's mock draft 1.0. So here we go. Obviously, the Jacksonville Jaguars are taking Trevor Lawrence. I think this is the easiest pick in the draft. Like I've said every other episode since the Jags have been, honestly, since the Jags have gotten the first pick. So, not much I need to say about that. Now we have Zach Wilson to the Jets. I think that is a pretty good option. I think Zach Wilson's more ready for the NFL. I know I've said that again in other videos. I think I like this pick. Now we have the Miami Dolphins taking Jamar Chase. I think it could either go Penei Sewell or Jamar Chase, but they elect to take the best wide receiver instead of the best offensive tackle on the board. I think that will help Tua Tagovailoa in the future with his team. Now we have the Falcons taking Trey Lance. They've got a new head coach. They've got a new offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. And so now they have a new QB to work out. I don't know. Maybe they use Matt Ryan maybe one more year to help Trey Lance develop into a better quarterback. But I like this pick. Now we have number 5, the Cincinnati Bengals taking Rashawn Slater. I don't like this pick at all whatsoever. I think the best way the Bengals should go is taking Penei Sewell, and I do think that's what they'll do if he's still on the board. So I don't like this pick. Now we have the Philadelphia Eagles taking Devonta Smith, and I like this pick. I think this is very realistic. And yeah, I think he's won the Heisman, and Eagles really do need help on their offensive side of the ball. 2 wide receivers in the first round in a row. I think pretty much need help. We have the Detroit Lions selecting Justin Fields. It's crazy how far Justin Fields dropped here. I think he could have gone to the Falcons. I think he is capable of being a little better than Trey Lance. I think this is a pretty good pick by the Lions now that they are about to trade Matthew Stafford and for a potential first-round pick or maybe even second or third, but we'll see. Now we have the Carolina Panthers selecting Penei Sewell. And again, this is crazy how far he's dropped. I think he should have gone to the Bengals, but I think the Panthers, since they dropped this far, should go with Penei Sewell. And it looks like they're sticking with Teddy Bridgewater another year. So help build around the future quarterback, whether it's Teddy Bridgewater or someone else. So I like this pick. Broncos taking Caleb Farley. I think Patrick Surtain's way better, but Caleb Farley's a decent prospect, but I think Caleb Farley is not as good as Patrick Surtain. Now we have the Dallas Cowboys. I love this pick for the Cowboys. I think this is a great pick, and the fact that the Broncos took Caleb Farley here is even better. Like, second cornerback off the board, and he's still the best cornerback on the draft board for this year. So I think the Cowboys got a pretty good grade on this pick. New York Giants taking Jalen Waddle. I think this is a great pick. I think they could have taken Kyle Pitts, but I think Jalen Waddle will help their offense thrive a lot more than they would with Kyle Pitts, maybe, because Jalen Waddle's so dynamic. He's a great wide receiver. Now you have the San Francisco 49ers taking Kyle Pitts. I don't like this pick at all. I think, sure, it'll give them more offensive weapons, but there's so many offensive weapons you can use. You're going to be paying – I know you're paying George Kittle a lot. Deebo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk will get a pretty good, healthy contract too. And you can't use all of them in one play. You have to spread it out a lot. And I don't think this is a great pick just because they already have those offensive weapons you need. and I would not have. I don't like this pick. Number 13, the Chargers are taking Elijah Vera Tucker. I think this is a good pick. The tackle prospects so deep in this draft. I think they could have maybe traded down or maybe gotten another, I don't know, maybe a different player here. But I think this is a good pick for the Chargers. Now we have the Minnesota Vikings taking Gregory Rousseau. I don't like this pick. I think the edge talent is way better on the board. If the Vikings do end up going edge, I think they'll go with Kwity Paye if he's still on the board. But yeah, I don't like this pick at all. Patriots taking Micah Parsons. Hey, I kind of like this pick, but he's potential top 4. I don't see him going top 4, but in some mock drafts, he's going to the Falcons at 4. So I think this is a pretty good pick for the Patriots. I would have gone offense here, but if Micah Parsons is still on the board and you really have your mind set on Micah Parsons, I'd go ahead and take him. Now I have the Cardinals selecting Jalen Phillips. I don't like this pick. You can go with Kwity Paye, the best edge rusher in the draft. I don't like this at all. Jalen Phillips, he's a great edge rusher. I just don't see him being a top 16, maybe even a top 20 pick. So I don't like this pick. Now we have the Los Angeles Raiders selecting Jeremiah Osuku Koramala. I think it's a pretty good pick. He's a dynamic athlete. I think they need to address pass rusher pretty bad. So I think this is a good pick for the Raiders. Number 18, Miami Dolphins selecting Christian Darrisaw. Yeah, they're gonna take Christian Darrisaw. So they took Jamar Chase. Now add to that offensive line that can help Tua Tagovailoa prosper in the NFL. So yeah, I like this pick. Now we have the Washington football team taking Tony, a wide receiver. I like this pick. I think there's better wide receiver options on the board. Rondale Moore maybe, but there's so many questions with him. So I could see this pick happening, but I'm kind of 50-50 on this. Bears selecting Jalen Mayfield. I would have gone Mac Jones. I think Mac Jones will help them in the future, but if they do end up going offensive tackle, I think this is a good pick. It's either a quarterback or offensive tackle, so we'll have to see. Detroit Lions selecting. Look, they get Kwity Paye. I think he dropped way too much. He dropped way more than he needed to. It looks like they traded him from the Indianapolis Colts. But I do think that this is a great pick up, steal in the draft for sure. As a Titans fan, this is kind of irritating because we need a pass rusher pretty bad, and I think he's the best in the board. Now, the Titans are selecting J.C. Horn. No, I don't like this pick. No, terrible pick. Edge rusher is your need. You do not need a cornerback. So I don't like this pick. Jets, Travis Etienne. I think this is a good pick. So yeah, I think Travis Etienne's where you need to go. Now the Pittsburgh Steelers are selecting. I don't know what's gone. Okay, it's gone. They're selecting Trevin Jenkins, an offensive tackle. Sure, I like that pick. Trevin Jenkins, I don't think he's the best offensive tackle on the board. I think he's a great prospect, but yeah. Now with the Jaguars selecting a safety in 25th overall. Terrible pick. I don't like that pick at all. There's so many better safeties in the league, so I don't like this pick. Cleveland Browns selecting Xavier Collins. I think he's a pretty good linebacker. He shouldn't go first round, maybe even second round, honestly. Maybe he's probably a third round pick, but we'll see. I think it's a pretty good pick, but I think the Browns can do better than Xavier Collins. Ravens are taking Azeez Ojulari. I think this is a good pick. I think he could potentially be the second or third best edge rusher in this draft class. So I think this is a pretty good pick. New Orleans Saints are selecting Nick Bolton. It's a pretty good pick. I think they could have gone wide receiver here, but if you're going to go linebacker, take the best available, take Nick Bolton. Green Bay Packers are taking a Tutu Atwell. I think it's okay. I don't want wide receiver, take one in the second or third. You don't need you have the best wide receiver in the game. I don't think you need another first round wide receiver. And if you're going to take one in the first round, don't go with this guy. You can go, again, Rondale Moore is on the board. He's way better, so we'll see. Aaron Robinson, I like this pick. Cornerback, he is they could easily trade out of the first round, but Buffalo Bills will take a cornerback, and Aaron Robinson I don't think is the best prospect, but I think they can do better than that. But, hey, it's a cornerback, and that's what they need. Buccaneers are taking Joe Tryon, an edge rusher. Again, why do they – he keeps selecting random edge rushers that I don't think are good enough to be in the first round. So I don't like this pick. Kansas City Chiefs are selecting Levi on Wazarike, I think is how you say it. Defensive tackle. I like this pick, but I think they should have gone offensive tackle. But yeah, it's a pretty good pick. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, turn on the post notifications, and be like the 52% of you that are subscribed. And yeah, hit that notification bell. And yeah, thank you guys for watching.